Okay, hi. So me and Vanessa are here. We're gonna play some games, and we're gonna just hang out
Yep.
and talk about some of our upbringing or our childhood and stuff. So
Yeah. If you haven't figured it out, I am his sister.
right,
Yeah.
my sister Vanessa. Everybody, I'm not sure which side of the screen that's gonna have to be. We'll figure that out.
I'm here.
She's on that side, and I'm over here. So. Yeah. Welcome. So we're what are you gonna be playing?
I'm gonna be playing Assassin's Creed Unity. I finished the story, like the main stuff is all complete. I'm really just going through and like doing all of the side stuff that's left.
Right.
I've done a lot of it because I can't stand looking at the map with all of the little things there. So, I've done a lot of it, but I've still got plenty to play.
So you're gonna be doing some side quests.
Side quests, finding chests, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
It will be.
I'm gonna start playing 911 Operator. We played that yesterday a little bit, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm gonna figure out what kind of game system I want to play. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna get our game set up, and then we'll be back. Trying to figure out what city to do.
Okay, I'm going to start.
So while you're doing your quest, I'm gonna have to figure out what city I'm gonna do.
Don't think too hard.
I know I am.
It'll just be like 60 minutes of you like, you should.
The whole video. I'm
Like,
trying to
alright,
figure
well, that was it. Thanks for watching,
All right,
everybody.
guys, that's it. Thanks for coming out.
You could do random city or city of the day. See what comes up.
What is the city of the day? A million people live there. Let's try it.
Just try it. If you don't like it, you can just.
I don't know how to pronounce this. Coimbatore?
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 That's the English way of saying it.
Coimbatore? Coimbatore?
Okay, it's alright. They can see it on the screen. That's the good part.
Yeah, let me know.
Alright.
Or don't. It don't matter.
This section's done. Done.
Okay, we're gonna go.
I guess you can't change the difficulty though.
I want to go expert or hard.
Really? Okay, do hard. Don't set yourself up for failure here.
Have you picked a mission yet?
I'm gonna head there now.
Nice. Looks like I'm starting with 3 cops, 2 ambulance, and 2 fire.
Really? Seems like a really big city. Or maybe it's a very compact city. That could be it too.
Maybe. We will find out. I know nothing about the city. Nothing. Nothing. Let's just go.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's a decent size.
There's a lot of precincts.
Oh, really?
Everywhere.
I mean, good thing that the fire department doesn't have to go back to base all the time. But let's spread them out a little bit.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing here right now is I'm sending the guys all over town so that they're a little bit more spread out when I start. So. Oh no. I did answer a call.
Ha ha ha.
I wasn't gonna do that.
All you're gonna hear is just me pressing buttons, just constantly.
That's good. That's fine. It might pick it up, but it is what it is. Oh, okay, good. All right. So answer call off.
Oh, you went back.
Yeah, I went back. I was able to go back, so that's good. Okay, cool.
Are you gonna be able to concentrate on questions if you're doing that game?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
This one might be a little bit difficult.
All right, so I started my day. All right, first question. We're just gonna go in order. We're just gonna see what happens.
Sure.
If you had multiple siblings, which we do, which one were you close? Oh dear, I already have incidents. Let's go. It's bomb threat. There's a bomb threat.
That might not be the greatest game to play.
Possibly armed. Let's go. What was I saying? We have multiple siblings.
Yes.
Which one were you the closest with growing up? Do you want me to answer first, or do you want to answer first?
You've got time. You answer.
Okay.
I think.
There's a beating going on. Just like my childhood.
No, oh my gosh! Don't say that. That's not true.
I'm just kidding. Also possibly armed. Oh no.
Come on. Oh my gosh.
Um, yeah, I actually thought about that question a little bit. There is when I first, well, I grew up with my sister Laura, and we were basically the same age.
Mhm.
So I was pretty close with her for a while, and get that red light. And then when I got a little bit older, I'd say when my brother was born when I was about 4, and Flo. And then when he was old enough that we could play soccer, then we were closer.
Yeah.
And then when you got about that same age, because you were born when I was 8,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of, then we became closer.
Yeah, but not like super close because again, you were.
Not right away.
It was more you like helping mom take care of me probably.
Right.
Than anything.
Yeah, we became closer later.
Yeah.
I think when you were done school.
Yeah.
That's when that happened. Which one were you the closest with growing up?
It's like
That's a tough question. I don't know.
You had your time with everybody, right? Like
I did.
Different phases.
I really did, because even with Larry and Becky, I would say I was fairly close with. I don't know if I was ever like closer with them than anybody else.
Yeah.
Overall, I would say I was probably the closest. As of recently, like based on memory, I think I was the closest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that me and Laura were pretty tight in our early years, and then I know when me and Flo had that soccer phase. I mean, that was like our time to bond and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah. There's 6 kids in our family, by the way. So
there's a lot to be close to.
there's a lot of them to be close to, and you know they all had their moments. I feel like right now I would say I'm the closest with you.
Yeah.
I know that I struggle with keeping in touch with Flo.
Yeah.
And that's more so just not making the effort, really.
Mm-hmm.
Which is on me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is on you, Marcus.
Yeah, it's on me. It's on all. You know, the nice thing is there's a lot of precincts around here. I just realized.
Yeah, in the game.
In the game. Man. Well, I think it's your turn. I don't know. I think I answered mine. It's mine's kind of a complicated one. I think. Maybe yours is too. I don't know.
Well, I'd say growing up, I was kind of in the awkward age gap, I think, where you were too old.
Mm-hmm.
Still are. You're just old.
I'm just old now.
But I'm gonna have to concentrate.
Concentration. I don't know. It's gonna be a little difficult trying to figure out how to.
Well, so I think growing up, like even as a teenager, you were already in a very different phase of life than I was.
Yeah.
And growing up, like as a kid, Laura, I was just the annoying little sister, right? So it was kind of hard to get close to her.
What makes you say that you're the annoying little sister? Did she ever say that?
Yeah, she was verbal about it.
Come on, Laura.
We're good now. And then as a teenager, it got better, mostly because mom and dad made us share a room and a bed, so that helped. Mom to this day says that's the best thing she ever did for us. So it got better as the teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Laura was also in a different phase of life, so there's only so close you can get at that point. Florian, we were close before he went to school. So like when we were really little, because it was
school?
Like 4 years.
Oh, like before first grade?
Before he started going to school.
Oh, because he was just home more, right?
Yeah, so we were pretty close then, and then from then on we weren't really close at all. Larry and Becky, I basically babysat them most of the time. It was only when I went off to like university that we became more friends than me being there somewhat of a mom.
Yeah.
So growing up, again, like it was phases, but I feel like I wasn't maybe Laura out of everybody, but now it is more you than anybody else.
Yeah. You do talk to Laura quite a bit over the phone, right?
Yeah, not all the time. It's not as often as I probably should, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's tough to because you always kind of set yourself pretty high expectations. I mean, not you, but like people in general, right? And it's easy to make yourself feel guilty as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and she's also busy too, right? Like she's got a daughter and
That's right.
there's lots going on for them as well.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Family is growing. All right. Well, I mean, but I would say that we don't really have like bad relationships with any of our siblings.
No.
Some are a little more distant than others, and that's not because of something bad happening, but it's because just people have their lives and they get busy.
And we like I think the closest age gap is 11 months, but then other than that, it's usually at least 4 years, which is
That's right.
That's a pretty good age gap.
It's true.
Yeah.
My city is going pretty well actually so far. I mean, I'm done my first day.
Wow. I thought I
made 37,000 on my first day.
Wow.
It's a lot of money. I wish I made that kind of money in real life. Reputation is 100. Efficiency is 100%. Sorry, reputation is 30. Okay.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next question.
Which is?
Describe a time you got in trouble with your siblings. What happened? I think we were this question was kind of a, we'll see how it goes kind of thing.
Do you have anything that comes to mind?
Not really. I think mostly, like what I really think of is when I was younger, I just annoyed you guys. I was kind of a brat when I was younger.
Oh, man. Well, actually, yeah, like when me and Laura were the same, like we grew up virtually together, like only 11 months apart. And then when Florian came along, I know I don't remember this, but I was told that I would be annoyed that Florian wanted to play with us. So I would always like kind of tell him to get lost. And then Laura would be the more charismatic and diplomatic one. Be like, hey, Flo, come over here. Like, start playing a little bit and then leave him.
Yeah.
And
you weren't very charismatic.
No. And I think I'm still pretty blunt to this day when it comes to that. So, I know there was a phase, there was a time, there's one incident that comes to mind. I think I gave Florian my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he needed it for. No idea. I think he needed to text his friends or something.
Yeah.
And then I got it back. What's going on up here? Pedestrian got hit. That's fine. No, that's not fine. We'll go check it out. And I got my phone back, and then I saw there's like we were pretty young, so swearing was a big deal. Mm-hmm. It still technically is, but I saw like he was like I think swearing on via texting, and then I don't know why I got so mad, but I got pretty mad. Came down there and confronted him, and then he tried to take the phone from me. I think.
Oh wow!
I don't know. Somehow in the process, my phone broke. Florian might have a different.
He might have a different story.
He might have a different
side of the story.
Yeah, maybe it's possible. Somebody's using drugs over here. Don't do drugs, kids.
In the game.
Guys.
Let's differentiate.
Nobody's using drugs here. Somebody's using drugs in the game. Anyway, so that was like one incident where me and Flo kind of got into it a little bit. Because I didn't like that he was swearing on my phone.
It wasn't even that he had your phone, it was that he was swearing on your phone.
Yeah, no, I gave him my phone. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Florian, you might have a different
Yeah.
memory of this. Let me know what your what your angle is, because that's how I remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I really got in trouble with anybody. Like, nothing really stands out where it's like, oh yeah, that was bad, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. For the most part, we all got along pretty well. I mean, we each have our own lane that we.
Yeah. I mean, when you have 5 siblings, there's gonna be like there's gonna be disagreements, there's gonna be people being annoyed. Like, that's just gonna happen when you have that many siblings.
Oh yeah.
Because there's just a lot of people in one house.
It's a busy house. Like when we all get in the same house, it's loud.
And there's more of us now, like in-laws and stuff.
Yeah, we got in-laws,
babies.
we got outlaws, we got babies. It's a packed house. Mom loves it.
Oh, she loves it. I love it. Well, when we get together, I probably didn't love it as much when we were all living together. But then again, I also don't think I really had that many feelings about it. I do remember as a kid, I actually felt sad and like bad for classmates who were like only kids, like only children.
Yeah.
I actually felt bad for them because I think I actually did really like the fact that we were a big family.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because you always kind of tend to want what you don't have. It's like, oh, I wish I didn't have so many siblings. But I don't think I ever felt that way. I think it was always pretty loving.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, yes. From my point of view, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Next one. What do you think you were like as a brother or a sister? I mean, you kind of touched on it already a little bit.
I was a bit of a brat.
Being a brat. I don't know if I remember you being a brat.
I think that was more of an observation I made looking back.
Yeah, like because that's not a perception that I have.
Yeah.
But then again, we weren't really close in the early years. What was I like as a brother? I was probably pretty controlling, I think. Like I was trying to be a parent as well, probably.
Oh. See, that's interesting because from what I remember you just being a really fun, like, just happy brother.
Oh.
Like that's how I remember you. Like a kind of brother like you could just go to, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. I like.
It's good to know, hey.
It's good to know. Put that on my resume. I was pretty cool brother.
Put it on your resume.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can build you a fence because.
Yeah.
My sister said I was a good
That's
brother.
right. It was in our portfolio. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think I was fairly decent, but I think there's times when I don't know, try to not maybe bully, but push my siblings to do what I think they should do.
Mm.
And while I had good intentions, sometimes I wonder if I maybe pushed a little too hard.
Yeah, and I mean, as a teenager, like, you still don't fully know. Like, you're not a fully developed person, right? Like.
No, I'm still not fully developed.
Yeah. So I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was pretty good for the most part.
Pretty good.
And this is not a difficult city. I don't know. Maybe I'm jinxing myself now, but.
Well, you also have a lot of precincts, a lot of like fire stations, hospitals.
That does help.
That helps a lot.
That definitely helps. I mean, if you play like in a small little hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's actually worse, maybe.
You don't have too many. You only have so many intersections, so you have to go a long way before you can turn.
Yeah, and especially if you have a full car or something, you have to go drop them off before you can do anything.
And you only have one precinct for each.
Yep.
Emergency service. Yeah. So maybe in a sense, bigger cities are easier.
Yeah. All right. Well, we kind of touched on this a little bit. What were family gatherings like? How often did they happen?
We touched on this the other day a little bit.
Yeah.
You see, when you hear the word family gathering, you think something else than that. What I think.
Well, and I think something else than most people think.
You? Let us know what comes to mind when you hear the word family gathering.
Yeah.
And you'll know where we differ, and then you can kind of vote, because I don't know, like I think it's just perception on how you grew up as well.
But I also think just because we've been living in Canada for a while, I think from just conversations and whatnot, most people think of family gatherings as including extended family, like grandparents, cousins, aunts and uncles, that kind of thing.
That's exactly where I'm at. Yeah. That's what I'm
Whereas
thinking.
in my head, family gathering just meant our immediate family, because all of our extended family lives in Germany. Like we're starting to get extended family now as our family grows, but in my mind, it's immediate family gatherings. Yeah.
So I guess what is the question? What were family gatherings like? So, and how often did that happen? I mean, my perception of what a family gathering is the extended family, cousins, uncles,
which was huge.
Grandparents. It was huge. My mom's side, it was bigger than my dad's side, but my dad's side was still pretty big too. Well,
and I think we also think of it that way because our dad's side didn't really get together very much.
Not as often. No, it seemed a little bit more difficult to get people in the same room. So what were they like? They were loud. They were fun. Lots of food. Food was
just the
number one.
The middle point of.
That's what brought us together, was food. And I mean, all like our mom and our aunties and grandma. I mean, they just made good food. We have a lot of big men in our family.
Yeah. A lot of obese. Not obese. A lot of people to feed.
Yeah.
To feed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we had how many did we have? Like for sure two or three here, depending.
Like if there was a wedding, that was basically a family gathering.
Another perfect day.
Good job.
Yeah, this is not difficult.
Well, that's good, because you do have to focus on like answering questions, so that's probably a good thing.
It's probably a good thing. I'm gonna start thinking about another vehicle to get though.
Yeah, so like usually, like at least on mom's side, there'd be like a summer gathering where we would just kind of meet in a park, have food, and just hang out. And then Christmas was always a gathering. Yeah, and then if there was a wedding.
And that side it was a Christmas thing, and I think that was it for the most part. Sometimes there was birthday.
Even weddings, there wasn't a ton. Like there isn't as many people on our dad's side as.
No. Yeah, I think Christmas and then weddings on dad's side.
Yeah.
And when we say large family, I guess it really depends on who you are. Everybody has a different perception of what large is.
Yeah.
On my mom's side, there's about 70 cousins, roughly. And on my dad's side, what is there, 40, 50?
Something like that.
Yeah,
but then now we have to think about the fact that like basically all of our cousins, or a lot of them, have like 4 or 5 kids each.
Yeah.
So there's a lot.
That's true. Yeah. We're gonna buy these guys some safe bulletproof vests.
Sounds good.
Because I got the monies. Yeah. So what about you?
Well, so my idea of a family gathering is just our immediate family, right? So in that sense, I'm thinking more of when we were in Canada, when people kind of moved out. Because it was like 2015 or so where most of us had kind of moved away, like moved apart. Like I was still living at home. Like,
how old were you when we moved to Canada?
I was 9.
You were 9?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think of it more as like after most of us have moved away from home and moved apart, because we do all live pretty far apart. So my idea of family gatherings is like the times of the year where we are like, okay, let's try to get most of us together for whether it's Christmas or this last year was Remembrance Day or, whatever. Yeah. So they're not super frequent anymore because, again, everybody's got their own life.
Yeah.
It is hard to, especially when you have to drive 6+ hours to go see family.
Yeah.
And then also work out your schedules and stuff. So
you want to tell them what provinces were represented?
So Manitoba is me and my husband. And then we've got most of us in Saskatchewan. And then there's some in Alberta, and then our sister in BC with her family.
Yep.
So like it's all over the place.
A little spread out.
And it's a good drive between most of us, you know.
The longest drive would be you to Laura.
Yeah.
That's what is that? 10 hours? 11 hours? More.
More like 12.
More like 12.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So those don't happen as often either. I know I know we don't want to talk about the C word here at all, but during COVID, it was basically impossible to get all of us in the same room. For good reason. For good reason.
Yeah.
But there was a period of time, or 2 years or so, because you got married, and then it was like 2 years till everybody was back in the same room.
Yeah. Yeah, my wedding was really like the one time we were able to actually get together.
Yeah, you got married right at the beginning of everything, kind of.
Like 2020. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're not going to get into what we think about it.
Yeah.
But that was one of the reasons why there was a long period of time. So, next question.
Sure.
What?
But yeah, they are loud. I'll say that. Like even just our immediate family, they are very, very lot happening, a lot of noise. Just
so true. Which is fun. It's fun because it can get a lot, like you kind of need a break after a while, but it's, you can handle it for a few days.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the summer where we're renting a cabin.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fun. Somebody's
this mission
speeding.
is not going well.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You want to give me like an update on what's going on there?
There's too many people. Too many people. I couldn't fight them all at once. There's more.
So what's your mission? Like, what are you trying to do?
I'm sabotaging some towers or something.
You don't know what the something is?
No.
You're just a soldier. You just take orders. Destroy those towers. You got it.
You got it, man.
Why?
Why?
Don't ask questions.
Who cares?
Want to talk about our parents?
Sure.
Somebody's having a heart attack.
Oh.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with how would you describe your relationship with your mother and father growing up? Good.
That's all you need to know, folks.
Yeah, no, I mean, looking back, I think they were good. Quite blessed with the parents that I got. Why are you all the way down here in the boonies? Do they have boonies in India? I don't know. What is boonies? What are boonies?
I don't know.
It's like prairies, right? Like no man's land. India has a large population. Was it second largest in the world?
I think so, but I actually did hear recently, this is off topic, but I heard that China's actually not increasing as fast as they usually were.
I heard the same thing. And by hearing, I mean I saw the title of an article that I didn't read.
Yeah.
That's usually how I get my news. I just read titles of articles.
Yeah, and then that's all you
And that's just what I run on.
Yep.
No, it's so bad.
You got all the info.
I got everything I need right here. Yeah, mom was at home more. She actually didn't have a job. Like she stayed home and raised us kids. Dad was the one that worked and provided for the family. So I would say I was closer with mom. And then as I got older, my relationship with my dad got better as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What has happened? Okay, no, we're good. I thought there's lots of fires, but it's just a fire truck. Yeah, no, they were good. I don't know what I can say. It was good. There was discipline. There was discipline involved, and it varied for every child. Yeah. Every kid had a different kind of experience when it came to discipline.
Yeah.
I was the oldest, which means I was the experiment child. This is the one we're gonna test on and see what works and what doesn't.
You turned out okay, folks.
I turned out okay. I'm still here.
Not great, but okay.
I can still breathe. Yeah, I mean, there's always things you can improve on.
Yeah.
there's no such thing as perfection. That was one of the hardest things to learn, is realizing that I am not perfect.
Yeah.
And I am capable of hurting people.
And our parents are not perfect.
Exactly.
That is also something to learn.
Yes.
As you get older.
Yes, they definitely aren't. That's okay.
Yeah, I would agree. Relationship with parents was good. Definitely, I was also closer with mom. I'm also very similar to her, like very, very similar personality-wise, just in general.
Yeah.
So I do relate to her a lot more. And I will just like say, like, our dad was pretty, like, they were both strict, but he definitely was the person that had more to do with the discipline.
Yeah, he was the one that was doing more of the disciplining, which then you do sort of create that, like, oh, mom is nurturing and dad is...
Yeah, you do have that association as a child because you don't really know much different. You know?
Yeah, but I don't think I liked that I got disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will say we're blessed. Like, I would say we're blessed with the kind of family we had.
What vacations did you take growing up?
Oh, man. Ha! Your answer is very different than mine. Why don't you start?
So, I mean, we lived in Germany, so there's lots of, like, good places to go on vacation that doesn't take, like, $1 billion to go do, especially back then. But, you know, I can understand, like, the more kids you have, the more difficult it is to take vacations. I can get that, you know. So I was definitely, like, my older siblings definitely went on more vacations than I did. Because, I mean, we moved when I was 9, and I feel like the last, like, 3 years that we were in Germany, we didn't actually go on any vacations. Really.
So you didn't go on any vacations?
Apparently we did, to Italy.
But you don't.
I don't remember.
But you don't remember?
No.
So there's not a single family vacation that you remember?
No, because the only way, don't laugh.
That's pretty funny.
The only way that I remember is through, like, pictures, right? And people telling me, like, oh yeah, we went and did this. Like, you know, that's how I remember, but it's not a true memory. Yeah. I know we went to Italy. I know we went to Belgium. Like, I know that I was on those vacations. I also know there was a vacation where mom and dad just dropped me off at grandpa and grandma's. And they came back so tanned that I didn't recognize them. I was like, who in the heck are you? Like, I hid behind grandma.
I think I remember that too.
Like, I hid behind grandma because I'm like, who is this person?
I don't even know. You're the only one that was left behind, eh?
Yeah.
For that vacation. Because I think I remember that.
Well, and I guess thinking back on it, the reason that we probably didn't go on vacations the last couple of years before we went to Canada was because Larry and Becky were so young. Like, they were like one to 2 years old, and then Becky was a newborn. Because she was only 8 months when we moved, so it would have been busy for mom and dad.
She couldn't even sit upright. So
yeah. Anyways, so yeah.
So you went on vacations, but you do not remember it.
Yeah, and then the only vacations we did from, like, Canada was going to Germany, which I did a couple times with mom. I do remember those. They were fun, but it was, again, mostly just to go see family, and yeah. So it didn't feel like a vacation, you know, like,
yeah,
relaxing and stuff. Which, as a teenager, I didn't really need that. Now, as an adult, I'm like, I need relaxation. Anyways, so yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, my answer is we went on a lot of vacations. Not a lot. No, actually, no, quite a bit, really. Oh no. There's some sexual assault going on here on the north side. Let's go get that taken care of. And somebody's biting somebody. Perfect. Oh my goodness. What is happening?
Do you even have people?
Yeah, a lot of places need cops and meds.
So you went on a lot of vacations.
Yes. Italy, Bulgaria, there was Holland, like Netherlands. And That wasn't a family vacation. France wasn't a family vacation. I did go to France though. Spain, Austria, Switzerland. Those were the main ones, I think. Yeah, those were some of the ones. There was a period when we went almost every year on a small little vacation.
Yeah.
But which one was the most memorable? I liked Italy.
Mm.
Yeah, because we were on the Mediterranean Sea there.
Yeah.
And it was pretty nice on the beach. We celebrated Florian's birthday there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a kidnapping going on. Go get him. Gonna be shots fired here. Yeah, under fire, need backup. Yeah, we're coming. Yeah, Italy. I would say Italy was the most memorable. Because I just liked it the most, I think. Oh, I guess me, Laura, and Dad went to the States.
Yeah, that would have been pretty different because...
Yeah, it was like a half family vacation.
Yeah, but that was also like outside of Europe, right? Whereas like Europe, every country has its own culture, the way they do things, but overall,
yeah,
the US would have been quite different.
Very easy. If you live in Europe, it's very easy to go travel Europe. Of course, it sounds so fancy when you're in the States. Oh yeah, I've seen like most countries in Western Europe. Wow, not that hard if you live there. How did your experience as a child impact your own faith as you grew into adulthood? When I say faith, we grew up in a Christian home with, well, Christian is a really broad term nowadays.
Yeah.
What's that, like, would it be, Anabaptist would be the background? Like, that would be sort
like
of
we went to a conservative Mennonite church in Germany, and then it was more of like a, not like, it wasn't a conservative church, but it was a Baptist church.
It was a Baptist church, yeah. So I would say Anabaptist, sort of that branch. That's what we kind of grew up with. I don't know if I know how to answer that question.
If you want to answer that question?
I don't know if I know how to answer that question.
I would say that it was definitely different. Like, it's still, the same faith, but we were raised pretty conservative, I'd say.
Yeah. In Germany, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, things got... we were still conservative, but like things kind of... I don't know, we had a TV when I was 17.
Yeah.
So, and that's when we moved to Canada.
Yeah, we only had one in Canada.
So I just noticed something. You think they have enough hospitals in this area?
Oh my gosh, that's so many. Must be a bad area.
Makes sense, huh?
Yeah, I think the thing with faith, like having your own relationship with the Lord, like that's something, like, I mean, yes, growing up in a Christian household where they do like raise you that way to have a relationship with the Lord, I think that's an advantage for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I think regardless of how you start out, it's still your own personal relationship that you need to learn and cultivate. So like the way my faith is compared to like my dad or my mom, it is pretty different, probably. Not like, well, I don't want to say pretty different.
The foundation is the same.
Yeah, the foundation's the same.
Application could be different.
But I know that there are little things that we do disagree on.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like the main theology of it all, we do believe the same things, right? It's just little.
Oh my! There's a gun raid going on. Let's go.
Yeah, go deal with it.
Might have to send all the cops.
But yeah, I'm grateful that I was able to grow up in a Christian home. It's definitely a blessing for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you grew up in a Christian home, I know one of the challenges that you run into is getting to the point when you make that faith your own and not just
definitely.
your parents' faith.
That was something I struggled with a lot.
Yeah, and every Christian kid, like kid that grew up in a Christian home, goes through that.
Yeah.
When they get to a point where it's like, so is this my own faith or is this just my parents' faith, right? And so I guess you gotta make it your own.
Yeah.
Um,
But we had the foundation, which is
Yeah.
the good part.
yeah, definitely helps. How many people are here? 4? Okay, you can probably handle that, right? Are them shooting each other? Hope so.
I'm glad I got this sword. It definitely does a much better job of taking care of these people. Doesn't take very much to
Nice.
get them.
That's good.
Yep. Anyways, did we answer that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
I
think
think so. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I fully understand the question either.
Yeah, I think we answered it.
How's it going over there? You're winning.
Sure. Not that kind of game, but yes, sure.
Yeah, this is like not difficult at all. Like, I wonder because I turned the phone calls off. I wonder if that's why it's easier.
Could be.
What is the happiest memory of your childhood and the saddest memory of your childhood?
Okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I can't think of one. Like
That's fine.
I don't. We didn't have a bad childhood. Like it was a happy childhood overall. I can't really think of one specific one that's like, yeah, that was like above all the others kind of thing.
Yeah.
Saddest?
Oh my.
I'd probably say, yeah, our grandma passing away.
Mm-hmm.
We were definitely closer with my mom's parents. And like my dad's grandma was also like chronically ill. Like it wasn't the same kind of relationship that you could have. But anyways, so when grandma passed away, I remember I was sad, but I do remember that I was more sad because mom was heartbroken. I remember that making me more sad because I actually remember one specific moment I was sitting at the kitchen table. She was in the kitchen, and all of a sudden she just started crying.
This is
After grandma passed.
Grandma Rebecca?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you were home at that point too, though. Like you lived at home when that happened. No, because I
was 10 years. 10 years ago.
Yeah, but I was gone. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
there, so I don't quite have that memory.
Yeah, like I just remember she started crying, and I started crying because I could just feel that she was just heartbroken about
Oh
it.
yeah, of course.
So I remember that was because she was really close with her mom. So I remember that as that's probably the one I'd choose for saddest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like I know that I remember my cousin getting into an accident, passing away. Like when I was like 10. Rudy.
Oh, yeah.
Rudy.
I was too young to.
Oh yeah, you were an infant,
really know.
a toddler at that point. So I vaguely remember that. I think I don't even know if I knew how to respond to that. It was a bit of a shock, I think, and kind of not. I don't know. I don't think I knew how to respond to that.
Yeah.
So not sure what else. I mean, obviously, well, all the grandparents passing away. Like the death in our family is like would probably be on that list of saddest memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever. I don't know if I've ever actually cried about it.
Right. Well, and I do think that's also more to do with maybe personality as well, right? Like I cry super easily. I'm very emotional. So it wouldn't take very much for me to cry.
Yeah. Well, I do. But I cry when I watch movies. Like that have like a good storyline and good music. Like that gets me, Greatest Showman, I will cry every time.
Really?
Oh yeah. So I don't know why I wouldn't. At least I don't remember crying. Like maybe I did, but it's sort of blocked. I blocked that out of my memory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's definitely like situations where you want to just not think about it, right? And that might have been it. And then you just never really dealt with it.
Yeah.
We're really bringing everything out.
Well, yeah, we are touching on the whatchamacallit, the sad parts a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't really pinpoint anything. I mean, talking about happiest memories and moments. I mean, I think I loved playing soccer. Those were fun. Like we had, so me and my brother Flo, like we played. We had sort of it wasn't an official team or anything, but we made up a team and we joined these tournaments. So those were fun because I know that one year we just won everything that we could win. Yeah, I don't know, playing soccer. I know visiting family was always fun. Oh man.
I'm just rolling around trying to escape all these people.
Looks like you're fighting a few guys.
Just a few.
Nice. Yeah, this game is not a challenge at all. I might have to. I mean, we're probably don't have that much more left to talk about, anyways.
All right, this is working super well. I'm gonna just run.
Any other questions you're thinking of?
I don't know.
Might be wrapping it up here.
Yeah. Definitely like not like crazy deep, but definitely.
Well, no, we just wanted.
conversations.
I know that we wanted to just play games, and then we figured why not
Yeah.
talk about our childhood.
Yep. I really haven't done much in this game.
No, have you accomplished anything?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
I finished a couple missions.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I did some.
I've had a few days of perfect efficiency here in
Well done.
whatchamacallit, this town.
At least you caught it on camera.
Yeah, super exciting. I know. But I will say this game is fun. Like, it gets better if it's a little more challenging because then you're trying to figure it out. You have obviously also there's ways to get phone calls where you answer 911 calls. I turned it off because we're talking.
Yeah.
You kind of have to hear the phone call. So that's why it's turned off. But I would definitely recommend this game for sure. You guys can pick any town. Like, you're in a small little town. I bet you it has a map for it, and you can play in it. It's pretty fun. It might not be super accurate with locations, because I think it just takes Google Maps. I think. But definitely recommend it. I have no idea how much it costs on Steam. And you're just finishing up little things with Assassin's Creed Unity, right?
Yeah, like I finished the actual game last night, and I do have the next one, Syndicate, which I'm excited to keep playing. I just did the first little.
So excited!
I just can't hide it. Great song.
Super great. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit here. Okay, I think we can just wrap it up here. I don't know. Not much else to talk about.
Yeah, I'm just.
This was fun though. For us anyway. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna post this in our family group, and then, if the quality turns out decent, I'll throw it in the random playlist as well. What's going on here? See, I picked up the speed, and now I'm scrambling.
Nice.
Because everything is coming flying in here. This was fun. We gotta figure out how to play together when we're remote though, because you're in Manitoba and I'm in Alberta, so I'm not that techie of a guy. So it's gonna take me a little bit of figuring out.
Sounds good.
Leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to stick around and see more stuff like this. Very sporadic because that's the schedule we're on. So,
yeah.
What else? Leave a comment. Yeah, let us know how you see family gathering. Like, if that comes to mind. What does that mean to you? And
Yeah.
We're gonna have our own little unofficial, non-licensed therapy session down in the comment section. So
Very unlicensed.
yeah. See you guys. See you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.